So we all know what happened is Krishna gets up in the morning and he hears his mother is singing some bhajan. So he comes out and sees that his mother is churning buttermilk, trying to get some butter for him. And it's the day of Diwali, Amavasya day. Everybody is very busy. So Krishna runs and sits in the lap of his mother. He wants to drink some milk, and Yashoda Mata starts feeding milk to Krishna. But then it so happens that the milk which is on the fire, which is also very special because it is got from the Padmagandha cows, it's boiling over, it's just overflowing. So Mother Yashoda puts Krishna aside and runs inside the kitchen to take the milk off. And then we know Krishna gets very angry, and then he just takes a grinding stone and breaks the pot. Breaks the butter pot, breaks the pot which the Mother Yashoda was churning. So the buttermilk is spilled everywhere. And then he runs away from there and goes to the next room. And there is the storehouse of all the butter. So he just sits on a grinding mortar which is upside down, and he starts distributing butter to all the monkeys, and he is also eating butter himself. And meanwhile, Yashoda Mata comes back, and then to her surprise, the buttermilk is spilled everywhere. And then she just smiles that I tried to save a little milk and I got a bigger loss. Now everything is hayway. And then she gets upset, and then she takes a stick in her hand and she's searching for Krishna. And our little thief doesn't know what he did. He actually stamped on the buttermilk and he walked everywhere. So Mother Yashoda could actually see his little footprints leading to the hiding place where Krishna was hiding. And then when Krishna sees mother coming with a stick, he simply jumps out of the window and runs in the angan, in the corridor. And then Yashoda Mata also runs behind him and finally catches him and then ties him to a grinding mortar. And then finally we see how Krishna drags the grinding mortar and between the Yamala Arjuna trees. Yamala means in Sanskrit twin. So the twin Arjun trees, he just drags the mortar in between, and then both the trees fall down, and Nala Kuvera and Manigriva, the sons of Kubera, who were cursed by Narad Muni, are delivered, and they become so grateful to Krishna, and they do very beautiful prayers. So this is what happened. One very beautiful lesson other day I was contemplating from this Damodar Leela. I heard it from one devotee, disciple of Radha Govind Maharaj, and he was giving the commentary of how this Hari Sauri ji comes in the line of Tukaram. Tukaram devotee is a very famous devotee in Maharashtra. So this particular devotee, Hari Sauri ji, he actually saw Krishna face to face, and then Krishna told him that why not you write a tika, a commentary on my pastimes, because there are so many things that I have in my heart which I want to express through you. So he ends up giving a commentary to the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, especially the Krishna Leela, around 4,650 slokas. And he gives a very, very beautiful sloka explaining this whole Damodar Leela in a way which is very, very appealing to us. In fact, we can understand, how to make sense of it in our lives. So he says in this particular summary sloka, he says what Krishna did by this Damodar Leela is he's giving us lessons that look, if I come into your lives, he says, if I come into your lives, then I expect that you leave all the work aside and give your whole attention on me and try to satisfy me. So that is what Krishna did with Yashoda, right? When Krishna entered, he wanted Yashoda to leave everything aside and satisfy him. But then Krishna says in the next line, but if you decide to leave me unsatisfied and go and try to save or do your petty material jobs or trying to do works to satisfy your petty material desires. And if you are thinking that I'm just going to save something or I'm just going to make a profit, then look, you are in for a bigger loss. So what Mother Yashoda did is she was just trying to save a little milk, and when she came back, she was in for a bigger loss. So Krishna says, if you do that, once I am in your life, you have to satisfy me. But without satisfying me, if you are going in the other direction to save something else, you will get a bigger loss. And what is that bigger loss? The bigger loss is we all got this human form of life and we won't get it again and again. So we have to utilize this human form of life to realize Krishna and engage ourselves in his service. But if we get busy in some other small material petty jobs, we will get a bigger loss. We will waste our human form of life. And then in the next line he says, but Krishna says, that's all right, but at least if the devotee realizes what he has done, and at least now if he starts coming behind me, just like what Yashoda did, she left Krishna, but then when she realized, she took a stick and ran behind Krishna. So then Krishna says, if a devotee realizes and comes back to me, then with every step the devotee takes, I am getting closer and closer to him. And then finally, I am ready to be born in his heart. So that is what Krishna did when Yashoda Mata came behind with the stick. And then Krishna gets closer and then Yashoda Mata ties him. So Krishna says, I am ready to be born by the ropes of your love.
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna lage. Sab Krishna. Krishna, Krishna lage, sab Krishna, Krishna, Krishna lage, sab Krishna.